Ahoy! Hey, we're back.
We certainly are, that's for sure. And we both got something to show you before we start our episode. And Jose, he got me on this one. You definitely did.
Yeah, well, you know, we teased the last couple of episodes. We're talking about we're going to be showing some collectibles, but we're always running long because we have so many books and we tend to go long-winded. So these are the things that didn't make the cut for our last couple episodes. For me, this is my response when Paul got that San Diego Comic-Con. This is my response. This is the San Diego Captain Marvel 9-inch PVC figure. Ooh, she is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very limited. You thought yours, Flame Trooper, at 2,000 units was limited? This little bad girl, Mohawk Edition, the variant, it's limited to 1,500 units only.
1,500, yeah.
No.
That is a cool score, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, where did I pick it up from? Our favorite local, Retro Rare.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about Retro Rare. Check out what I picked up here.
Cover Girls. Love that series.
Yeah. Now, actually, this one, I think Sandy bought off someone because he got it used. This is not the new Cover Girl. This one's actually about 4 or 5 years old.
She's very nice. Yes.
Yeah. And killer deal on it. He sold it me for $90. And I was actually looking on eBay the other day, and I saw one of these selling for $300 US. So, very, very nice piece.
He gave you a really good deal. I mean, under $100. The SRP on these things are about $100 US.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
yeah.
he sold it under SRP
Yeah.
for a figure that's no longer in print that you can only purchase on the secondary market. He gave you a good deal. Now, if I remember correctly, I think I paid about $60 Canadian, which is about $45 US. Under $50 for a nice 9-inch PVC figure. It's limited to 1,500 units and was sculpted by Alejandro Pereira. It's a very nice score. $45, under $50 US for a San Diego Comic-Con figure like this. Now, you were teasing me about keeping it mint in the box.
Jose's got no stones. He won't open it up. He's afraid.
Well, as you can see here, I'll tip it forward. It's got a seal. The actual limitation, 1383 out of 1,500, keeps this package thing. So if you were to open it and display it, great. But you would limit the growth potential of this thing because it would no longer be mint in the box. Now, this thing will always have collectability. It's got two factors to it. It's a San Diego Comic-Con variant. It's a Mohawk Edition. And also, of course, Captain Marvel, the movie's dropping in about a year and a half, I think in 2018. So when that happens, this will pop. I'm predicting it'll be over $100, obviously, within 12 to 18 months, and US, and then more. It'll appreciate, and as you can see, you've mentioned how much you can get for yours.
It's already appreciated this bad boy.
Just like comic books, like I said, sculptures and figures are very good investment vehicles if you're into that.
Oh, for sure. And again, I never get tired of collecting them, and they're beautiful display pieces. Problem is, I've got so many now, I'm actually shipping some of them over to my parents' house till I can get a bigger unit.
Yeah, well, they become display pieces in storage lockers and in closets, unfortunately. You have only so much display space. Well, but let's get going on to the show. We have a lot of good stuff. We have a special show tonight. We're doing something different that I don't think we've done before.
Never before.
Yeah.
We're doing, each of us has picked our top 5 modern covers. When I say modern, I mean acquisitions done in the last 2 years and only comic books from the year 2000 and forward.
Yeah.
So each of us have picked our favorite 5, and hopefully you'll like this. This is something we've never done before, and I know I've been looking forward to it all week.
Yeah, you know what? We all collect modern books, and I don't think they get as big a showcase in our shows necessarily. We feature a lot of vintage books because those are fun books. Those are the ones that really hold our interest, but it doesn't mean we do not collect modern books. We do.
Cool. So we're turning a new leaf. Let's go over there, and let's get started.
Okie dokie.
And one last look at my DC CoverGirls Raven statue. I really like this. Well, do you have one of these?
No, I don't. My recent CoverGirl snag, of course, was the new Power Girl. Yeah, just released, so I didn't get that. But I would say, you know what? First appearance of Raven. Isn't that DC Comics Presents 26? I think Mike's got one, and I got a 9.4. Do you have one of those?
Okay, whatever, dude. Whatever.
Hey, man, you seem to like Raven. You should have her first appearance.
Anyways, love these statues. And we've said this before, and we'll say it again. the detail in the DC
Cover girls.
statues is astronomical, and I like the older ones. Got that nice thick base, and that's some of the newer ones. I wish they would just increase the width of the base a bit, because I'm always afraid some of the newer ones are going to fall over.
Yeah, because they're usually held by one thin pin, and with this one particularly, her pose, it could be very fragile. Yeah.
Yeah. Love the cape. Love the movement in the cape.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Love the cover girls.
Okay, like I said, tonight we're going to do what we haven't done before. What we've done is we've picked our top 5 modern covers. So Jose picked 5, I picked 5, and Mike picked 5. These are recent acquisitions picked up in the last couple of years, and they're all covers or comics that have been printed in 2000 or sooner. So we're going to start with Jose, and Jose started with is that an indie book, Jose?
Yes, it is an indie from Rothic Comics. This is Ancient Dreams #1. Recent book, too. It just dropped September of this year from 2016, okay? Writer is J.P. Roth. The art and cover is by Dan McTeague, and the interior art is by Mike Chrome. It's a $4 cover book. That's what I paid for it. It's a very cool cover. Now, for me, I was a D&D geek in my preteens and teens during high school.
Me
and when
too.
I saw that cover,
Some games, absolutely.
you know what? A female demon, or called a succubus, or if they're half human, half demon, an alu demon. It just did it for me. I love the cover. And this, the basic synopsis for this story, and I did read it, and the interior art is very good. The Kara Winter character, she's a beautiful young writer. She's tormented by dreams of her own death. Now, as she struggles to unlock the secrets of her painful nightmares, she finds herself caught in a contest between love and the will of the ancient gods. Now, through the pages of an ancient book, she discovers that the only way to preserve her life in the present is to merge her eternal soul, which is trapped in the past. Very cool book. Lots of demons. Very, very, very cool book. And this is my bargain book. Now, the structure of my thing, I will feature the cheapest book and go from there to more expensive. And also the other feature of my segment, and they all feature these covers, beautiful, sexy superheroines.
Yeah, that is a really striking cover, Jose. Fantastic.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Thanks for bringing it in.
Yeah, best is yet to come. This is only number 5.
And next on the agenda, we got Mike showing a really nice Hulk cover. Wow, that's unusual. That's an unusual cover, Mike.
Oh, yeah, this was part of the Marvel's I Love New York series. So you'd have Hulk that has a variant, you'd have Miss Marvel that has a variant, you'd have all kinds of within a small span of time, you had your choice of buying the regular cover or the variant cover. This struck me because it's a day at the park, and I love New York, and it is in New York Park. It is Central Park, so
Grand Central, yeah.
it's awesome. And so this is around May 2015. This has 3 credits to the cover: Mark Bagley, Drew Hennessy, and Jason Keith. So I also want to teach some people, because of the newer ones that are coming out, sometimes if you see it says variant cover there plainly, the ones that are coming out now don't. The only way you can tell is, and I'd have to point it out, is the UPC code. If it ends with a 1-1, that is the
standard cover.
the standard cover. If there is any number after the last digit, a 2-1 or 3-1,
That's a variant.
that's the variant. And you need to pay attention to that, because I mean, I remember buying a number of Deadpools, and then a first appearance came out, and sure enough, I was buying the variants. The first appearance on the regular cover shot up in price, half the price for the variant. But you buy the variants because you just love the art.
Yeah,
You
it's cool.
love it. Look at it. It's beautiful.
Very unusual cover.
It's
Very,
unusual. It's very artistic, man.
yeah, that's cool, Mike. Thanks for bringing it in. Okay, so this is my 5th favorite book that I've picked up recently. This is Superior Iron Man #9. I wasn't collecting this series. I only picked up 2 issues. The first issue and the 9th issue. And I absolutely love this female Iron Man on the front cover. I just love the dynamic of the cover, the way it looks, the composition. This is an artist also we've never mentioned before, Mike Choi. Mike Choi started working professionally in 2001. He's from Austin, Texas, and really that's about really all I'm going to say on this. I wasn't going to spend all the time like Mike and Jose have spent quite a few.
I can just throw in that I collect the series, the Superior Iron Man series, worth picking up. It's a very short series, well written, well written, well drawn.
And Iron Man's an evil dude in this series too, isn't he?
Yes, it's kind of key to where he is now, so it's neat.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
I liked it a lot. It was really different. Yeah.
Anyways, of all the Superior Iron Man covers, this was by far my favorite. Thought it was really, really cool, and that is the only reason I picked it up. I actually picked up 2 copies of it.
Well, I got the whole set.
Cool. Okay, counting down to number 4, we've got Jose with the Uncanny Humans. Actually, I bought a copy of this book too.
Yeah, you certainly did. We bought them at the same time from our favorite local Retro Rare. Hey, shout out to the Retro Boys. Yes, that first book, my fifth book was also a Retro Rare pickup. This is Uncanny Humans #1. This is the 1 in 25 retailer variant cover. The writer is Charles Sewell. The cover artist is Jim Chung, and the interior art is by Steve McNiven and Brandon Peterson. Like in this issue, the Inhumans, everything is different. Medusa and Johnny Storm and an item. Black Bolt is running covert missions on his own, and something big has happened between the Inhumans and the X-Men. Beast is now on the side of the Inhumans. Now, if that's all not enough, one of the most dangerous villains throughout Marvel's history is against them, Kang the Conqueror. Now, this is from the epic team behind the Death of Wolverine series.
Oh, nice.
Now, this is a little bit more expensive book because it's a variant. I paid $15 from Retro Rare. It's a lovely Medusa cover. This is my favorite modern-day Medusa. Of course, it pales in comparison to that amazing Spider-Man at 62, the John Romita cover. It's still a very, very beautiful Medusa cover. Great pickup for me, and $15 for a variant is not bad.
And just to correct you, Jose, we didn't pick it up at Retro Rare. We bought it at Gotham Central.
That's right. Did I say Retro Rare?
Yeah,
No,
you said-
Gotham Central.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. These are Gotham Central pickups.
These are Gotham Central pickups.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stand corrected.
And just like you, I picked it up for no other reason. I thought it was a spectacular cover. It's cool that it's a variant, and it's like a 1 in 15 variant or something like that.
Well, that's low number. That's good.
But cover appeal was absolutely the reason.
No, this is a 1 in 25.
Ooh, then we got a good deal.
Yeah, 1 in
Absolutely.
25 variant. Yeah.
Cool.
Excellent.
$5.
$5.
1,000 do. Go.
And for Oogie's 4th favorite cover, this is Wolverine and the X-Men 27 AU, Age of Ultron. Take it away, Oog.
Yeah, this is actually when I first started buying comic books again, or actually buying comics in total, like April 2013. I had my original ones from a kid. Popped it in the shop and said, I've been meaning to get into this place. This started it all.
So this is a pickup from Altered States?
This is a pickup from Altered States, but this is also like one of the first books I ever bought.
When you started collecting
When I
again.
started collecting, and I looked at it and go, okay, what's this Age of Ultron thing? We're at number 27. I went back and got everything because it's Age of Ultron is across the universe, so you'll have a Wolverine X-Men, you'll have all kinds of different and there's a reading list to go through the whole 9 yards. But what pulled me in was that fucking cover. That cover is just awesome. I just saw that and said, wow, that's a really neat, it's kind of like a postcard of superheroes. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is cool.
It just pulled me in, and I said, that's it, I'm in. And then I had to get in the story too, so I had to get everything. Had to get the whole set. And I do. So
That's very cool. So this is one of the books that got you collecting comic
got me
books.
hooked in, and this is a Mike Deodato and
Deodaro.
Deadato and Rayan Barrido. Are these? What kind of names are these?
They're Spanish or
Spanish, right?
Filipino.
Yeah.
Mike Deodato is Filipino, isn't he, or something like that?
I don't know,
Yeah,
honestly.
very.
And Rain Barada, I'm not sure. I've never heard of him. Mike Deodato is one of your favorites, so isn't it?
Oh,
Anyways, guys, it's a great book, Mike. Thanks for bringing it in. Let's move on.
we gotta
here.
move on.
We gotta
It's
move
only
on.
number 4.
Yeah.
And now for our next book. This is Paul's 4th book from the New 52, Batgirl.
Yeah, I love this book, and this actually is the front cover of one of the Batgirl graphic novels as well. This is from February 2014. It's a really nice cover by an artist named Alex Garner. He's from Austin, Texas. Started working in 1993. He's worked for all kinds of companies. He's worked for Image Comics, IDW, DC, and Marvel, as well as Blizzard. And as far as the New 52 goes, this is probably my favorite cover. I mean, I just love it. I thought it was fantastic.
And I have it too.
I don't, and I love it, so I'm gonna have to get it.
And we're down to number 3 now. Why am I not surprised that Jose is showing a Power Girl? Jose.
Yeah, man, Power Girl. Adam Hughes, my favorite Adam Hughes cover, man. A Power Girl, that pose, relaxed, interesting perspective, just like she's floating through the air. You see a plane flying below her. Now, this is the trade paperback from June 2006. This was picked up about a year and a half ago at the Niagara Comic Con, if you guys remember that.
No, I was there.
Not a very good experience for me. What I remember from it, tired feet. We had to park way far.
Oh, that was that one, yeah.
Yeah, and then we get in, we had entrance fees that were like Fan Expo pricing, and then when we get inside, we had overpriced, undergraded books, is what I remember from that con.
And if anybody's paying attention, you'll notice we didn't actually go to the Niagara Comic Con this year, which is the first year we've missed it in quite a while. And it is because of pricing and parking.
Yeah, it wasn't so this was the sunny spot on a cloudy day. This is the trade paperback. It collects showcase issues 97 to 99, Secret Origins issue 11, and JSA classified issues 1 to 4. Adam Hughes cover, it's great. This is the first print. It features her first solo adventure, plus her second Secret Origin, and the sold out popular first 4 issues of the JSA Classified. This key stories are tied to the cosmic events of the Infinite Crisis series. It's a soft cover, 176 pages, all those issues. I paid $20 Canadian, $15 US. This is my 3rd favorite book.
Yeah.
I just gotta say, you gotta look at this up close because the muscle tone in the drawing of this is just incredible.
Fantastic book, Jose. Thanks for bringing it in.
Okay, for our 3rd Oogie book, this is Neverboy number 3 from Dark Horse Comics. Take it away, Mike.
Yeah, May 2015, Connor Nolan is the artist. Again, just mentioning the artist, the writers and stuff like this. That mini-series, really wicked story. Awesome story. He has to be on drugs to be happy with the family thing, and I don't know, it's just great anyway, but it was a very twisted, interesting story, but the cover art, I mean, that just jumps out at you, man.
It's certainly unique, that's for sure. I've never seen art like that before.
It's a unique story and a unique cover.
Yeah.
It pops out, so I'm glad I have the series.
Freaky circus wheel. It's like a circus there with that, gypsy. But look at the perspective on that Ferris wheel. Very cool cover. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's you gotta. It all makes sense.
Nice cover, Mike. Thanks for bringing it in. Okay, now my 3rd favorite book, Deadpool, Original Sin number 30 from June 2014. As I mentioned before, I'm a big fan of Dazzler, and since the 80s ended, you don't really get to see her that very much, and she doesn't get the respect she deserves, but I just love this Deadpool rock and roll cover with Dazzler on the front, and I just fell in love with it when I picked it up, and I just can't say enough about it. Not too much to say on it. Mark Brooks, that's the artist who did the cover, started working about 2000. Actually, if you look on the internet, there's not a whole lot of information on the internet about him, but he is a fantastic artist, and this is a really spectacular cover, and I absolutely love it. You have this one too, right, Mike?
I absolutely do have that. I just want to quickly mention that Dazzler is a character in the A-Force series.
Yeah.
The last 2 series anyway.
I did pick up the A-Force because she was, and that was the only reason why I picked up that series. Yeah, Dazzler rules.
Absolutely.
I think she is to you what Power Girl is to me.
Yeah. And if you watch it, Comic Book Girl 99, Dazzler is one of her favorite characters as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, spectacular painted cover. Can't say enough about it. Absolutely love it.
Rock on.
And now we're down to number 2, the runner-up, the second favorite acquisition for the last 2 years. And we got, I was there when you bought this, and I was actually hoeing and humming over it. And every time I see it now, I get pissed off. Jose?
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, my last 2 books are scores over Paulie. He was with me both times we picked these up. These both last books will go to shout out to our local Gotham Central.
Yeah, Gotham Central. That's where.
Yeah, these are where these originated from. This is Lady Death Extinction Express issue number 1. It just dropped, boys and girls. This is from October 2016. This is the naughty edition from Coffin Comics. Now, I paid 50 bones, half a bill for this thing. It's dropping for about $30-$40 US, so I mean, yeah, I paid exchange and then some. It's story by Brian Pulido, Mike McLaren, interior art, and Diraj Verma, pencils, and Sabine Rich, cover and colors. Now, the Hellborn Elders dispatch Atrocitas, an insane angel-demon hybrid assassin, to destroy Lady Death once and for all. But their epic confrontation proves tragic and sets in motion events that will change Lady Death's undead life forever. Now, is this the road to extinction? It features the diabolical return of Hell Witch, and it's got a first appearance. The first appearance of Chaotica,
Wow.
a major new character in the Lady Death universe. 48 pages. This is a fantastic, almost airbrush cover. Beautiful. This is my second favorite book. I'm featuring 3 independents. This is one of the 3 independents. I featured 1 DC and 1 Marvel. This is from Coffin Comics, which currently holds the copyright license rights to Lady Death.
Yeah.
Second favorite book. Love it. And I love even more that I scored it under you. Ninja you.
Well, I think Jose also now holds the record for the most money ever paid for a new book at $50.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that is my most expensive, except for my last book.
Too rich for my blood. Fantastic, Jose. Thanks for bringing it in.
No problemo. Okay, for Eagle Eye Oogie's second favorite cover, this is Vampirella, 3rd series or 3rd volume, issue number 1 from Dynamite Comics. Nice book, Oog.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I think it's MN Kalos. I mean, it's not as easy to look up who the artist is as it is when you get a wiki for Marvel or DC. But the thing I loved about this is that, first of all, it's a costume change. I love, of course, the original
Sexy Vamp 70s.
Sexy Vamp 70s.
For more in publishing.
And
Yeah,
I've
those
got
are
the
my
whole
favorite.
series. I've got the whole series, and of course she's in that as well. But this is like someone who, I mean, a little more modern. Maybe you could actually meet someone like this, dressed like that. You wouldn't turn your head too much. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. It just, I don't know. She's very sassy looking there. And it just popped out of me. And what I did with this series is that even if it was a variant, if she was in that costume and the regular was in a different one, I stayed to the form of this new costume change just for that. So I've got the whole set, and a great story too.
I'm not even sure what the medium was to make that cover. It almost looks like either an acrylic paint or, I mean, it looks like it, or maybe pastel.
You think you'd call it mixed media?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. It's mixed media, and for sure, and but the story was great.
Yeah.
And it you know, a change in the cover. It's weird that, you know, I bought it just because of a cover change. A costume change can bring in in the past has brought in some bucks. So
Yeah.
It hooked me into reading the story and enjoying the art and liking the writing and stuff like that, and it continues. So
Fantastic book, Mike. Thanks for bringing it in.
Okay, for Paulie's second last or runner-up cover, it's on DC Comics. Batman 66 meets the Green Hornet, issue number 2.
Yeah, and actually, me and Jose were speaking about this earlier when we started thinking about filming this episode. It was really difficult for me not to pick 5 Alex Ross covers, and I promised myself I wasn't going to do that. So I did have to fight really hard to pick just one of these, because if you know anything about the series, every single every single cover that Alex Ross did for this series was absolutely spectacular. So this is number 2. This is the one I chose. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. You got General Gumm's henchman fighting Batman and the Green Hornet. They've got the guns, so Batman and the Green Hornet are tied down with that bubblegum glue, and they're on a train and they're about to go through a tunnel, and the dastardly deeds of General Gum are going to destroy both of them. So very exciting, and not just exciting is the front cover, but the inside artwork is absolutely spectacular and very reminiscent of some of the artwork you'd see in the 1960s and early 70s. So absolutely fantastic book, absolutely fantastic cover. Alex Ross is my favorite cover artist of all time right now. He just simply is, and I just can't say enough about it. Love this, and I was actually debating about making this number 1, but I chose another one instead.
And I own the series too.
Yeah.
Oh, I find this interesting. I think you'll find interesting what my favorite cover is next.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, that's it. Let's go to number 1. And Jose dropping the hammer, but not just a CGC, but an indie CGC. And again, one of my favorite artists. Man, Jose, you're always doing the one-upsmanship, aren't you?
Yeah, we're very super competitive, and this, what makes it feel better, I bought it under your nose. I ninja'd you, as you'd say, on this one.
You bastard.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
This is Miss Fury, number 1. This is the Alex Ross 1 in 25 Virgin variant cover. Why Virgin? Because it's only featuring that great art from that magician, Alex Ross. We both have a big crush on the man.
Yeah.
This is perfect. This is the way I want to see this cover. This cover has various variants, probably around a dozen or so.
Oh, yeah.
The Virgin variant is my favorite because all you see is the artwork. There's no type distracting your eye. And there is the man's signature in silver pen, Alex Ross. This was a great pickup. I didn't pay that much for it. If I remember correctly, it was 80 bucks Canadian, about 60 bucks US. When you think about it, a raw copy, in other words, a very high grade, at least near mint or high, of this one, it's going to set you back about 20, 25 bucks US. Now, I factor in Alex Ross' signature, so he's
Another
probably
30 easy.
another $25, $30 US again. And for a new book to get it slabbed, you're talking at least $40 to $50.
Yeah.
So when you consider how much I paid for a 9/8 near mint, which is the highest you're going to get, I love this. This is number 1 with a bullet for me. This is
for sure.
my
Yeah.
favorite. I picked this up about a year and a half ago when the guys had just moved into their new location at Gotham Central.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I actually own this book myself, but mine's not the Virgin variant. Mine is just a regular run-of-the-mill, standard issued number 1, and I absolutely love it. I wish I had this one, the Virgin one. These are very rare, and of course it's an indie, so the print run is very below, even to begin with. And yeah, absolutely. And for those kiddies out, this is an adult book. If you look in the inside, if you read it, there's a fair amount of profanity, so you got to be careful what you're doing there.
Yeah, the interior art by Jackson Herbert's great. The Pope Heron returns. She's one of those heroines that first appeared in the golden age in the 40s. She was fighting Nazis, as you like, Nazi secret agents. She's catapulted through time, or so it seems. Now, is she really careening from the past to the future, and backwards again? Or has she lost her mind? We don't know. And if her sanity remains intact, can one lone heroine possibly hope to end World War II by herself? A conflict that's still being waged in the year 2013? Now, as a witness to generations of bloodshed and violence, Miss Fury has lots of righteous rage and anger, and anger is her fearsome power. Yeah, this is an adult book, but the art and the story is great.
Yep.
Of course, we'll never get to read it because it's a slab book, but I love this book. And in a way, I love it so much that I want to keep it pristine and minty for all time.
Fantastic
Nice.
book. Fantastic. And Big Mike's favorite acquisition, modern covers in the last 2 years. Again, another unusual one. Not one I would have chosen, but still a really cool cover. Mike, what made you choose this one?
Oh, come on. Warner Brothers cartoons from from the
Golden
70s.
Age? No, the
come
Golden
on,
Age.
Golden Age.
Yeah.
40s and 50s, man. I remember these kind of covers, this run they did, because we both remember that Harley Quinn monster one. She's giving the monster from the Bugs Bunny cartoon a hairdo.
I do.
I do. It was a wonderful
Yeah,
one
yeah.
that combined Golden Age nostalgia with modern day sensibilities, combining the two comments, almost fitting together like a juggle piece, and it kind of worked in a lot of ways. That was a very fun, popular run, and I can underscore fun enough. They were really fun, good covers.
Absolutely. I remember these two characters watching cartoons when I was a kid.
Yeah,
This is
I
the
do
one-
too.
You know, Marvel and DC always going back and forth with the themes.
Yep.
You've seen I Love New York. These guys came back with Warner Brothers comics. I mean, one of my other favorites ones, there's too many favorites to show, is my Joker cover. Anyway, so yeah, this is Yannick Paquette, Spike Brandt, and Nathan Fairbairn. This is the DC 52, just before the new set. Had to grab it.
So a three-way conglomeration of three artists working together to produce this really nice cover.
Been happening a lot. Yeah. So what can I say? I don't know.
Spit it out, Mike. Spit it out.
Well, they had a whole set of them. There's a whole
Yeah.
bunch of different ones that they came out with, the Warner Brother ones,
Yeah.
and I just immediately gravitated to
Yeah.
all of them because they were connected to your childhood.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Cross-pollination, though, man. Remember, DC Comics is owned by Time Warner, so they would cross-pollinate the characters from those companies and combine it into
And
a whole.
that's exactly why they did it.
So Mike's pick for number 1, Batman number 46, new 50. Is that a new 52?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new 52.
Cool.
Not the new 60.
Fantastic choice, Mike. Fantastic.
Thank you.
And for number 1 with a bullet from Paulie, this is Batman number 66, first issue, another Alex Ross cover.
Yeah, the two-way crimes of Two-Face. And, you know, again, I had to fight really hard not to add more than 2 Alex Ross covers. Absolutely love it. This is you know, obviously it's a one-off. The Lost episodes of Batman, based on the original TV series of Batman from the 1960s. Love the way Alex Ross put Two-Face on there, you know, on the couch. Look at the dichotomy between the right and the left side of the cover. One of the nicest, Alex Ross paintings I've seen in a very, very long time. So, by far, in the last 2 years, this is my favorite acquisition. Not going to say too much on this. Came out June 2015, and yeah, absolutely fantastic. Can't say enough about it. Love the way DC's gone back to the well on the original Batman. It's a little bit more fun, a little more campy, not as serious and dark as Batman is today. I know a lot of people love that dark, serious stuff, but I prefer the 1960s style Batman, and nothing says Batman more than this kind of cover and this kind of this genre, the 60s genre for Batman.
And I think Kevin Smith did a lot of writing for the Batman 66 series.
You are
and,
correct, yeah.
I have that as well.
Well, to each their own, you know. Like I said, a lot of people consider the character to be revitalized by Neil Adams in the late 60s and early 70s from that campy style. But that goes to show that I think there is a place for everything, and if you provide that to a market, people will follow to their own taste. Things
Yeah.
I wouldn't be preferably my choice, but I think the two takeaways from this episode, to put a point on it, Alex Ross, and actually another thing maybe that went under the radar, we showed more than one Dynamite titles. They're one of those major minor companies like Valiant and
Correct.
Zenoscope
Absolutely.
and Dark Horse. They have a lot of good stuff out there. What they do mainly is they get rights to major characters in other companies' inventory. So you get stuff like Red Sonja and Miss Fury and things of that, things of that nature. And they just put their own artists and writer teams together and revitalize something that already has a name brand recognition. They're very good at doing that. Look out for their titles. Dynamite is putting out some really good products out there.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. It's a good read.
Okay, I think we should also end by saying that we will see you there at the Toronto Comic Book Show, which is dropping this Sunday, November the 27th. So be there or be square.
Yeah, so the next episode we're going to show is from the Toronto Comic Book Show, and it's going to be a great episode. And Mike, you got your wallet ready?
I think so.
Yeah?
So,
You got anything you're looking for in particular?
Same old, same old,
Same-
same old. Just
How-
anything I don't have.
How about you, Jose? Is there something you're particularly looking for at this episode, at this week's Comic Con?
Bargain keys. That's what I'm always shopping for.
Ah.
The hardest thing to get in this market, wouldn't you say?
And of course, me, I'm just looking for something that both Mike and Jose want that I can grab before they even get there. Ninja. Anyways, guys, hope you liked the episode. A little bit different than what we normally do. And we've had a lot of comments lately about maybe showing some new modern books.
Yeah, we've had some comments, and it's not like we never do it, but we'll show them more regularly going forward, I think.
And you got a lot of modern books this episode, that's for sure.
Whole episode's worth.
Okay, guys, so see you next time. And if you like what you saw, leave a comment. We love reading them, and we will respond.
Hoi hoi.
Special guest Mike. Yes, yes.